Hi everyone. Today we are going to go through end of year things to study for G3, G2 end of year exam paper 2. So tomorrow we're having exam for paper 2. So here are some of the algebra questions, that we'll be going through for this first few part of the remedial. First one, for algebraic fractions and algebraic equation, factorize the following completely. So to do this kind of questions, right, the first thing that you need to do is to check for common factor. Okay, to check for common factors. Right, everyone can hear me, right? I hope. Yeah. So now what is the first common factor? Okay. So the first common factor over here, this one is 2. So I factorize out 2, I'm left with x squared minus 9. But many a time student thinks that this is the complete answer. Hello, this one will be 2 marks. This is not the correct final answer, because for x squared minus 9, this is of the pattern. X squared minus 9, the 9 can be changed into what number square? It can be changed into 3 square. So for this kind of pattern, this is the formula for a square minus b square. Now, a square minus b square is not, a lot of students will write for me a minus b whole thing square. This is not correct. Okay, this is not correct. Minus b, a square minus b square is a plus b, a minus b. Right, so it's of the pattern a plus b, a minus b. Hi, Basely. Okay, so it's of the pattern a plus b, a minus b. So this one you will get 2 brackets, 1 plus, 1 minus, and x squared now become x, right? Then 9 becomes which is now 3. So it's x plus 3, x minus 3. Who is Naomi? Okay, I don't know. Okay, but never mind. All right. There's one person that I don't know in here. Who is this person?
Ma'am, that's Nelly.
Oh, that's Nelly. Oh, I only know
Yeah.
Naomi. Naomi is, I thought it's a manga character or something, you know. All right. Okay, never mind then. Okay, then I continue. So in this case, this one is not the final answer. Take note, the teacher will give you a trap. So watch out for all the numbers like 25, 16, all the numbers that are perfect square. So this one can be further factorized into 2 bracket x plus 3, x minus 3. Okay, remember, this is not x minus 3 whole thing square. X minus 3 is whole thing square is wrong. Not x minus 3 whole thing square. Not. This is not correct. Okay, this one is individual. So it's 1 plus 1 minus. Right. Then the question here says hence or otherwise. Okay, hence you do this part already, that means need to use it, right, for a fraction. Now a lot of times, let me do the wrong version that y'all will do. Okay, y'all will do this x plus 3, then you go and multiply here by x plus 3, then you go and multiply here by 2x squared minus 18, 2x squared minus 18, correct? This is the normal one that you all do, but this is actually a trap. It's not supposed to be like that. Why? Because 2x squared minus 18 here can be factorized, okay? So if it's like that, that means what I need to do is, I need to change the 2x squared minus 18 to the factorized form first. So I need to replace the denominator by this one. So I'll get 2 over 2 at x plus 3. Then the other one, x minus 3. Okay, so I change this denominator to this one. Then plus, this is 2 over x plus 3. Okay, then now the question is, for this type, how do we do? What do I need to multiply to it? You see the x plus 3 is the same, right? What is missing from this side? 2 is missing, so I need to times 2, right? X minus 3 is missing, so I need to times another x minus 3. So you notice, if you go and multiply by 2x squared minus 18, then the whole thing will have what? X cubed or whatever. Wow, very difficult, got x squared. This one is things to study. Wait, let me show you. First page, things to study for G2 EOY paper. I sent in chat group yesterday. I also posted in Google Classroom. So you can take from Google Classroom. Okay, things to study for EOY paper. So I'll do the algebra portion, Then after this, what do we do now? We continue, right? So the denominator is now the same. Okay, wait, so more people. Who are these people? How do I enter? Give me a minute. I'm thinking how to enter my participants. Okay, admit all. Zishu and Glenn. Okay. All right, so now what do we do? The denominator is now the same already. So everything is all one same denominator. 2x plus 3, x minus 3. So this one is 2, but here 2 times 2 is the number 4, right? So 4 times x, 4 times minus 3. In this case, I put easier, I put plus, but could have been minus, right? If it's minus, then you please go and change it, okay? So this one will be plus 4x minus 4 times 3 is 12. Who is this person with the Samsung? Yes, sure, you stare at the screen. I can see your face though. Yes. All right. Okay, so this one is 4x minus 12, right? Okay. Lynn, I'm explaining the algebra questions that you did this afternoon. Okay, so you can relax a little bit more, then you eat your dinner or something, right? Okay, then now I need to simplify this. So let us simplify and add this together. 2 minus 12 is 10, negative 10, okay? Then 2 bracket x plus 3, x minus 3. Now, a lot of students will think that this is the answer. In general, sometimes yes, but we notice what do we have in our numerator? That is a common factor. So need to check, can factorize or not, common factor. Okay, or you see whether can you factorize or not, right? Check common factor. So in this case, there is a common factor over here. So my common factor is 2. Then we have x minus 5. Sorry. 2x minus 5. Then there's a 2, x plus 3, x minus 3. So then what can we do? We can cancel the 2 away, and then we get our answer 2x minus 5 over x plus 3, x minus 3. Is this okay? Right, this one is a high-level question with many steps involved. So please take note of this kind of question. Okay, next question. Write a single fraction in its simplest form. Where I must ask, you know, are you okay with this? Okay, next part. Now write a single fraction in this simplest form. Now a lot of times students go and multiply again. No, please check. First thing here got a power square. What does this square thing means? It means this one is repeated, right? 2 times. Some students go and put 2x plus 3, 2x minus 3. No, when you have square, it means it's repeated 2 times. It's 5 over 2x plus 3. Right, one more time. 2x plus 3. Exactly the same. Minus 6x over 4x plus 6. You need to notice certain things. 4x plus 6 down here. Check. Can you factorize this or not? Is there any common factor? Anyone can tell me what's the common factor here?
2.
Yes, got 2. So I can factorize out 2, then bracket 2x plus 3. Is that correct? Right. So you notice over here 8, this one got 2x plus 3. Now then we fully factorize already, right? Actually I can check. Can I simplify this? Do you notice that there's a 6 here? There's a 2 here. Can I simplify and cancel this fraction? The 6 and the 2, they are numbers, right? They are factors, right? I can divide by 2.
Can.
Correct. Then this one become 3. So in this case, my number here become a little bit simpler. So this is 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3. Repeated, repeated. Don't change the sign. That one is 3 over 2x plus 3. Now we want to make them the same denominator. What do I need to multiply to this? I need to multiply one more 2x plus 3, one more 2x plus 3. Until here, is this okay? So first things first, power square. Square means repeat 2 times, exactly the same. Then check, can you factorize or not? Check denominator, can you factorize? Okay, yes, Shushu. Can understand? You are looking at the screen or you're looking at your own reflection, see whether handsome or not. Okay, now then our next step, we make that a denominator already, right? So the denominator is just 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3. Be careful, this is 5. Down here, negative 3. Negative 3 multiply to 2x minus 3 times 2x minus 6x. Negative 3 times 3 minus 3 times positive 3. This one is minus 9. The careless mistake will happen when you forget to change the sign. So if it's subtraction, please pay attention, additional attention to it. Check. Okay. Then simplify this, negative 6x. 5 minus 9 is how much? 5 minus 9? Negative 4. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Negative 4. Then we got it's not 6, is it 6? Yeah, yes. 2x plus 3, another 2x plus 3. Some of you might like to write 2x plus 3 square instead, also can. Then one more step. Is this the final answer? Check, check. Is there any common factor? Can you factorize this one or not? Okay, got common factor, right? Got common factor 2. Okay, so you have a negative 3x minus 2. Or some of you want to take out the negative number, also can. There will be 3x plus 2. Then you notice, nothing else to cancel already. Okay, final answer. Is this okay? This one is things to study for 3NA EOY paper. I send it inside our chat group. I also post it in our Google Classroom. You can check on Google Classroom. Okay. This one, right? So algebra. Now, since some of you are here, then I will just do an additional portion. Okay, one more special type of question. Sometimes, okay, I find a place to draw this out. Okay, special question. If let's say, for example, they give you the question, find 1 over x minus 3 minus 5x over 3 minus x. How to do this kind of question? Example, okay, special question, right? How to do this kind of question? This one you need to take note. This is x minus 3. This is 3 minus x. Got x and got 3. But the sign over here, the x is positive, but this x is negative. This is negative, but the x here is positive. How do I switch to make this the sign different? How do I change the sign for this one? What I can do, I can multiply by a negative number, So I can multiply by negative. This one will change to positive. 5 over. So when I multiply by negative 1, this thing will change position. The x from negative x become positive x. The 3 from positive 3 become negative 3. Okay, Then when I do this, I will realize that now it changed into the same denominator. So if like that, they change to same denominator, already I can combine together 1 plus 5x, x minus 3 answer. Can? So this one is a special type of question also, right? So in general, they may ask you these 3 types. Okay, either the easy one is totally different, then you just multiply by each other. If not, then you need to check for common factor, the one that has a plus b, a minus b, this kind. Or the next kind is the repeated pattern, where this one got a square is repeated. Or the third kind, you need to change the multiply by negative to change the sign. Okay, so there are 3 types of question down here. Do take note. Can? Okay. Next question, never mind, I leave this. I'll send out these answers to you also later, so you can still check the answers later. Now, next part, expand and simplify this. This one, high chance the student will make mistake, careless mistake. You see this kind of question, the first thing you do, put brackets. Why must put bracket? Because this one is minus. Okay, it's minus the whole thing. But some students will tell me, sure, can I multiply the negative inside and then I square it? No, because the negative has no square. So you cannot multiply it inside. So what you need to do is, you need to multiply out. Okay, I'll leave this negative sign alone first, don't do. I need to multiply out the one inside first. Okay, so what is the whole thing? When you say whole thing square, this means this is repeated. Right? You repeat it. So I put 2y minus 1, 2y minus 1 again. Then it will become, this one I still keep my square bracket. Then it will become 2y times 2y, 4y square, 2y times negative 1, negative 2y, minus 2y. Negative 1 times negative 1 become, negative times negative become positive 1. Okay, now what happens if I never put a bracket? If I never put the bracket, all the sign here will stay the same. But if I were to put a bracket, what do I need to do the next step? I need to multiply the sign to all the terms inside here. The next step, I need to change sign. This one will become plus 2y plus 2y minus 1. Okay, this kind of question, teacher's favorite. Check test whether you got change sign or not. Okay, so please check. Then now we combine and simplify 4y square. This one plus 4y, 3 minus 1 plus 2. Okay, yes, somebody message me. What? Oh, why must change sign? Because here, what do we have? We have, I'm subtracting the whole of these. So if I'm subtracting the whole of these, I need to minus, multiply, I need to subtract all the terms. So I have to minus away all the terms. Okay, so the negative sign, we have to multiply in. Okay, yeah, right? So must keep an open eye for this one, because teacher's favorite, they will give the negative sign, then you forget to change. Okay, now then I must highlight this one, especially some of you max or whichever. Some of you like to go and cancel out common factor, then you reduce it, become 2y squared plus 2y plus 1. Cannot, this is not an equation, cannot reduce. Okay, then some of you like to go and factorize it. No, this is not an equation. It says expand and simplify. They never give you equal to anything. Please don't go and factorize, don't go and solve it. So this is the answer. Right? Do not cancel anything, do not simplify, do not go and factorize. Yeah, Max, don't say I call you because during test paper, your WA1 test paper, you do so. Really, see? I know you, before you even tell me, I know you would make such mistakes. So I tell you first. Okay? Right? So in this case, Now, please take note, careless mistake, right? Next type of question, changing subject formula. This one, favorite. What do we need to do? If the question really come out this type, it's the simple one. I cannot say simple, it's the standard one. First one, I see anything with fraction. What do we do? Yes, okay, I saw basically say something cross multiply, is it? Okay, so yes, first step, you cross multiply. If you see fraction or whichever on its own, you try to do cross multiply, yes. So when we cross over, right, equal sign stays in the middle. So you stay with the equal sign, multiply over NVP square, 3p square minus 2q. Okay, yes. Okay, minus 2q. Then after this, let's check. They want to find p. But however, I don't have p. I got what? I got p square. So what I need to do is I will aim for p square first. Okay, to get p square first. But it's not just only that letter, it's the whole term with it. The whole term with it. You need to move the NVP square and the 3p together. So I'll do my next favorite. G, F, D. Anyone can remember what is G? The girlfriend. What is the G? Yes, correct. Group them together. Group what? Group the terms that has p square. We are aiming for p square, not aiming for p already. So we're aiming for p square. Group all the terms with p square first. So in this case, I'll just shift this over. Okay, make it easier. So it's MVP square. Keep the whole thing, not just p. Minus, you bring it over. So this is addition. I undo, I subtract. So 3p squared. Equal sign still stay in the middle. Negative 2q. Next one, F for... This one, yes. You all know my favorite, right? Factorize. But what do I want to factorize? Don't factorize out just p. It's p squared. So you factorize out the p squared. Right? Now take note, this one got two terms. You factorize out, your bracket should also have two terms. I just sidetrack a little bit. Sometimes the question is, for example, mp square minus p square. Then you factorize out p square, you tell me left m. Then you don't know what's that. Actually, down here, if you have something like that, this one is a 1. So this one will be minus 1, okay? Just in case if the teacher tests something like that. So you need to take note. If it's just p square only or whatever, right? That is actually a 1. So if you have two terms here, your bracket must also have two terms. Is that okay? So take note, okay? Then next part, what is this? We will have m v minus 3. Yes? Yes, divide, correct. Now saying divide, I will need to ask Kimi. Divide, which one divide by which one? Yeah, don't know whether she can type or not. Yes.
Negative 2q divided by mv minus 3.
Yes, correct. Negative 2q over mv minus 3. Okay, call you because previously you like to do it the other way around, right? This one, Lin, also Lin, just now you did wrongly, right? This one will go down to the denominator, go down below, okay? So it's at the bottom. Last but not least, when we have square, then we'll do square root. When we do square root, sure call Samsung to answer. Who is Samsung? Yeah, I saw Samsung, but I don't know who, but okay, never mind. No time, okay? But when we take square root, Nadra. Okay, can. Okay, when we take square root, what must happen? When we take square root, how many answers are there? There will be 2 answers plus or minus square root. So P, now you take square root the whole thing plus or minus. Must remember the plus minus. If not, you lose marks. Okay, over MV minus 3. Is this part okay? Right, the standard if the teacher set even harder, then I don't know what I can do already But this is the max I can squeeze in everything. Cross multiply, group, factorize, divide. Okay? But this one I cross multiply only because this is a fraction on its own, a fraction on its own. If there's addition number over here, you need to shift the addition number away. then you can cross multiply, okay? You don't anyhow cross multiply first. You must check it's just a fraction on its own, then you can cross multiply, okay? All right, so if that's okay, then I'll move on to the next question. Teacher's favorite, quadratic equation. Okay, quadratic equation, I cannot confirm that you will only be this type. There are many different types. You got the type where it's Pythagoras theorem, you need to expand, then you solve, get the something square equals to 0. Okay, or they can give you area of rectangle equals to area of a triangle, something like that. Then you go and expand. But I just do the one that I noticed in the paper more commonly set by the teachers. So the one that I notice quite often is the distance, speed, and time. Right? So I'll do distance, speed, and time. Okay, first things first, our DST. Please make sure you know our DST. Distance, speed, time over here. So the Alex rode 20 kilometers, town A to B. Average speed is X. He returned B to A. His average speed for a journey is 7 kilometers less. What is the original speed? This one, Elise. Are you there? Elise, how to
eating.
yes, what? Oh, you're eating. How to find the new speed? 7 kilometers less.
20
over
X.
No, not 20 over. I'm asking you what's the new speed for the return journey.
7.
What minus 7? Not 7. 7 kilometers less. What minus 7? Okay, never mind. She eating already. X minus 7. The original is this one, right? So X minus 7. Okay, so if this is the speed, then now we want to find number of hours. Unit is hours, right? Time equals to distance divided by speed. The distance is 20 kilometer. Then this one kilometer per hour. No, the original A to B. A to B is this one, X hours. Okay. Then expression for number of time for travel B to A. Go back B to A. So the time from B to A, distance divided by speed again. Distance, but the speed now is X minus 7. 7 kilometers less, right? So it's X minus 7 hour. Okay, then next thing, I have to check. This one is faster. This one is slower speed. Can you tell me which one will take longer time, A or B? Part A or part B, which one will take longer time? The faster one or the slower one? B, correct. Thank you, Glenn. So this one will take longer time because it's slower, right? So this one will take less, shorter time. Okay, why I need to identify this? Because the next part they say the return journey took 1 hour and 10 minutes more. So there is a difference. The difference is 1 hour 10 minutes. Highlight certain thing. Take note of the unit. 1 hour 10 minutes, but this is hour. This is hour. What do we need to do? 1 hour and 10 minutes is actually 70. 60 plus 10, 70 minutes, right? But 70 minutes, I need to change it to hour. So it's 70 over 60. Simplify, becomes 7 over 6 of an hour. So I change the minutes to hour. Okay, 1 hour, 10 minutes, change to hour. Then how do I get my equation and form the equation? Let's say I cannot do part C. Can I still solve the equation in part D? Yes. Okay, so I can still solve the equation in part D. So if you don't know how to do part C, you can skip that first. You're going to do part D. Okay, and for this one over here, the difference is 7 or 6. Which one minus which one? Take the longer minus the shorter timing. So longer minus the shorter one is equals to, use the hours, 7 over 6 of an hour. So the longer is 20 over X minus 7 minus the shorter one, 20 over x equals to 7 over 6. Can? Then now, what do we need to do? We need to make the denominator the same. There are some students who tell me, here, minus 7, cannot, you cannot do this. You multiply by x minus 7, you multiply by x minus 7, you multiply by x, you multiply by x. Okay, this is an equation. This side, leave it first. Don't go and do anything to it. This side, combine into one denominator. The denominator is x minus 7. Then what's our numerator? 20 times x, 20x. Minus away, minus, negative, right? Negative 20 times x, negative 20x. Oops. Negative times negative. Just now, some of them, they did the work. They also make colors mistake. Negative times negative become positive. 140. So if your exam, you do the number not correct, whichever, please go back and check your sign. Okay, how did 10 minutes change to this one? Okay, very good. This one is 1 hour, 10 minutes. It's not just 10 minutes. 1 hour, 10 minutes. 1 hour got 60 minutes plus 10 minutes is 70 minutes. Okay, so 1 hour and 10 minutes is 70 minutes. Then I change it to hour. So divide by 60 to change to an hour. Is this okay? 1 hour, 60 minutes, right? Then plus 10 more minutes, so 70 minutes. Then divide by 60 to make it to hours, so 7 over 6. Okay, now we simplify this. 20x minus 20x, yeah. Okay, never mind. So equals to 140. Now I'm going to expand out my denominator because later need to reduce to what? Square, right? So I multiply. So got x squared minus 7x. Remember the x, Then equals to this. Then what we need to do next? Cross multiply. Equal sign stays in the center. Can you please make sure your cross multiply denominator move, not the numerator move, okay? Denominator move. Alamak, what is 140 times 6? Yeah, 140 times 6. 840. Then this one is 7x squared. 7 times 7, 49x. Okay, but remember equation 1, this one, right? So we must make it one side equals 0. So I make this side equals to 0. 7x squared, 49x. This one bring over minus. But not the same number. So what I do, I divide by 7. Why this one can reduce? Which side go where? For me, I try to make x squared positive. So I just go depending on the, I want to make x squared positive. So I keep x squared the side that's positive. For me, it's just my habit so that I don't have to deal with negative number. Okay. Then now I divide by 7. Why can divide by 7 now? Because this is equal to 0. Just now I say cannot reduce because it's never equal to anything. So please don't go and reduce. Now can reduce because it's equal to 0. So I divide everything by 7. 0 divided by 7 is still 0. Then this one where Elisa. Okay. And then 7x. And then we are 840 divided by 7. Is it 120? Yes, 120. Shown. Is this okay? Can Okay, let me message Xing to join back. Xing join back remedial. Okay, next question, solve this equation. Now, normally, some of you are going to try to do factorization or whatever, but for me, I want to revise on the quadratic formula. Anyone remember what is the quadratic formula? Oh, no response.
I know.
Yes, yes. Please.
Minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac over 2a.
Yes, 4ac over 2a. Okay, thank you very much. Writing this is not sufficient. Have to show working. What is the number for A? 1. What's the number for B? -7. -7. What's the number for C? -120. -120. Okay, but writing this formula is not enough. We have to show that we plug in the numbers. My word of caution, put brackets for everything. Right, bracket. Bracket, because I got negative numbers, I may make a mistake in my calculation. If not, then you just do mode 22 lah, mode 522, okay? Or mode 33. So B is -7. Look very closely, negative or -7. Then this one, -7. Remember to put the bracket in your calculator. If not, sometimes you are not able to calculate. 4AC, -120 over 2A. Then now for me, I plug in my working already. 1 mark here. If no working, you give me only the answer. Your answer will have no marks. You must give the working. This one I must tell Glenn. Okay, Glenn, remember to write the working, okay? I know you all can get answer. Then this one sometimes Didi not around. Okay, Didi also like to skip the working and just give me answer. No working, no marks. You better try. Okay, so this one, if you press your calculator or whichever, or for me, I'll just do mode 22. Please take note, in your calculator, those who insist to doing calculator without using mode 22, there is a plus sign here. Then after that, the next one is the minus sign. Some of you do the calculation without the sign. It's wrong, okay? So it's either a plus sign, if not, then it's a minus sign. Okay, so that's why it's plus or minus. Right? Anyone of you got the answer already? I think some of you got the answer. What's the answer? Is it? Hello? Anyone got the answer? Why y'all like that? Got answer, don't want to tell me. Right, I press my answer. 15. Okay, thank you very much. Or -8. Is it -8? Okay. -8. Correct. Thank you. So it's 15 or -8. Read the question. The question only says solve equation. Did they ask us to reject any solution? So please don't reject any solution. Now, sometimes this part of question, they may say, give your answer to 2 decimal places or whichever, or 3 sig fig. Then you leave your final answer to 2 decimal places or 3 sig fig. Okay? Next one, calculate in hours and minutes the total time taken. So now I need to tell them which x value I use. I use x equals to 15. I want to find the total time taken. The time taken just now was 20 over x, total time, and 20 over x minus 7. Total time taken by Alex. So the total time taken 20 over x. X now is the number 15 plus 20 over x minus 7. 15 minus 7. Okay, then now you key this into your calculator. Now I need to teach you to remember to use this button. Do you all see you all have this button or not? Some of yours is I don't know how to draw this. Some of yours is square, is it? Okay, this one is the time button. Time button. You all press this 20 over 15 plus 20 over 15 minus 7 in the number. Press equal, you will get 23 over 6, right? After you press equal already, right? Try pressing this button straight away. Okay, if you press this button straight away or whichever, it will convert for you 3 hour 50 minute. It will convert for you. It will come out as this, right? I got this. Right? So this means it's 3 hour 50 minutes. Okay, if cannot, don't know how to do, 23 divided by 60, 23 divided by 6. This one I change to mixed number. This one is 3/5 over 6, which means it's 3 hour 5 over 6. times 60. So you 5 over 6 times 60 will give you 50 minutes. Also can, then you work out this answer. Can? Okay. The one on top, how to know if need to use quadratic or like the box method. Okay, usually for quadratic equation, in paper 2, they never restrict the method, right? You can always use the quadratic formula. Okay, but for sure, how do I know when you use the quadratic formula? When they say leaving your answer in 2DP or 3SF, like that, it means the answer is not exact. That means you need to use the formula. Okay, but even if the question never say that, as long as the question never say solve using factorization, you use the formula all along, it will still be correct. It doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, good question. So now done for this question. Let me move on a little bit more before I give you a quick break. Okay, I shall focus a little bit more on similar triangles. First things first, similar triangle. Sometimes we need to know matching labels, plus we need to know a certain angle property, especially when triangles that has parallel lines, okay? So when there are triangles that has parallel lines, you must understand that this angle over here is equal to this angle over here. This is by what property? This is by the letter F. I'm not sure whether do you still remember? Letter F for corresponding angles on parallel lines. Remember to write on parallel lines. Okay, letter Z, alternate angles on parallel lines. Letter U or letter C sometimes. Okay, this one is A plus B is equals to 180. This is called interior angle on parallel lines. Okay, last but not least, vertically opposite angle. So these few are the common ones that you need to know, right? Sometimes the diagram don't look like that. Sometimes the diagram look like one big, one small. Then it tell you parallel. If it's this kind of question, right, please take note. A lot of students will I think this angle and this angle is matching. No, by alternate angles, this angle is matching with the one below. The orientation will be a bit different. This angle will be matching with the one here, right? So the angle, the direction of the triangle will be flipped, will be different. Okay, but for this kind of triangle, this one is more straightforward. B with angle D, C with angle E, then last but not least, A is on its own. But for this kind, there's a trap. Like sometimes student give you, the teacher give you measurement, right? And then you will think that, oh, let's say they ask you to find BD over here. Then you think that it's a small part. No, this is actually a small triangle with a bigger triangle, right? The measurement over here, AB is 5. This is AB. Then A matches with what? A matches with the red color. A is still with A. B matches to what? Green color. B is with D over here. This is the one that is in green. Then E with E. This one is the one that is in blue. C with E, sorry. C with E. So when you write the labeling, the order of the labeling is very important. A, B, C match with A, D, E, right? If the question asks you to name the similar triangle in order, then you give A, D, E, then it's correct. If you give A, E, D, then the answer wrong already. So it must be in correct order. And then they tell you BC is 6 cm, DE is 15 cm. For similar triangle, we need to know certain few concepts. First one, scale factor. Anyone remember what's a scale factor? How to find scale factor? Anyone remember? No. Scale factor is length of image. Yes, thank you. Image over original. Thank you, Hannah. right? Scale factor is image over original. Then how do I know if it's enlargement? Okay, enlargement is from small to big, right? My image will be big, so the scale factor will be big over small. If it's reduction, reduction is from something big becomes small, right? My image will be small, then it will be small over big. Okay, so some key ways to remember your scale factor. All right, yes. Thank you. So now some of the scale factors you know already, right? Okay, let's look at the question. Give a reason why angle ABC equals to angle ADE. Why? Which one of these is useful? Which one is the letter? The one with letter F, right? So it looks like the letter F, right? So it's this one, letter F. So it's corresponding angles on parallel lines. So some students just write corresponding angle. No, corresponding angles on parallel lines. This is important. Please make sure you write in the word parallel lines, right? And what's the line that are parallel? If you still want to write some more, BC parallel to DE. Okay, but the one at least you write corresponding angle parallel lines. Okay, next one, triangle ABC enlarged to, what is spelled wrongly? Okay lah, which one spelled wrongly? The corresponding spelled wrongly or the parallel line spelled wrongly? Corresponding, you don't know how to spell corresponding, eh? Can lah. Okay, we are not that particular. We barely see that. I understand it's the correct property we give you. Okay, write down the scale factor. Enlargements, small become big. Correct? So small to big. So enlargement of scale factor, image over original is the big over the small. Which pair of numbers do we have? I'm not going to look at my question already. I'm going to look at my diagram that I've drawn out again. Big over small, big over small, the corresponding pair. 5 over 6. Some people like to do 6 over the 5. Oh, this 15 over 6. 15 over 6. Sorry, I say wrongly. So 15 over 6. But this is not the final answer. Simplify 5 over 2. Okay, I will more often I'll just leave it as an improper fraction. Sometimes if you want, you put, oh no, cannot put in ratio. Scale factor is a number, so it cannot be in a ratio. You can put this, or you can put 2.5, or you can put 2.5. It should come in a number form. Scale factor is a number, not a ratio. So cannot write ratio. Okay, but you can use ratio to find the length or whatever later on. Right? So now find the length of DB. They ask you to find DB, this length, right? But if you look at my similar triangles that I draw out, there is no DB over here, right? So how do we find DB? This DB is actually part of the whole of AD. So I need to find AD first, or then I can find what is DB. So I can find AD first, then I go and minus away 5 over here, right? Then I can find. Or some of you want to do the algebra method. This whole length over here will be given by dB plus 5. Okay, so now we're going to use our scale factor. Scale factor is 15 over 6 or 5 over 2. Then the bigger one over the smaller one, dB plus 5 over 5. Right? So a few ways to do. Method number 1, you can do your ratio of 5 over 2. Then instead of finding dB, I find AD first. Okay, AD over AD is over AD with this one, right? This and this over 5. Who's the one that's messaging me? AD over 5. Then go and work out the number. Give me a minute. What? Give me a minute. Let me leave a message to my to A3. Sorry, I'm having remedial. questions. Ask them to message me already. Okay, so you can use these, then you multiply over, cross multiply over, go and solve this. This is method 1. Method number 2, use a scale factor already, right? That one, the AD is DB plus 5 over 5. Then you go and cross multiply and then do your answers. Or you don't do this method, you can also use ratio method. The smaller one, 2:5, then find the bigger one. Right, this one 5 divided by 2, 12.5. Okay, then after that you find your AD already. AD is 12.5. Then you find DB 12.5 minus 5, 7.5. So this is AD. Okay. Right, so you got a few different methods for you to do. Cross multiply 25. Did I do wrongly? 15 equals to 2BD. We are. Can you check for me? Is this wrong? Did I do wrongly? I think my brain not working very well. Is the answer 12.5? Is it 12.5 or my brain not working? 5 divided by 2 times 5. Is it correct? Is it 12.5? Yeah, cannot get this. Cannot be distracted. Anyone help me? Do my calculation again. Is it 12.5? Yes, okay. So this one doesn't look like it, 25, 2BD plus 10, 15. No, this doesn't look like 25, 7.5, 15, 2BD, then BD, 7.5. Oh, yeah, I'm finding BD, alamak. Okay, yeah, my brain not working. Okay, correct. Okay, so there are a few different methods. You can use the ratio over here, you can use a scale factor, or you can use algebra, whichever method that you do. Just make sure you don't just put BD only. The BD is part of one whole side. Okay? Can. Next one, I need to continue a little bit more. For the first part, before I give you a quick break, because I need to end the video and then let it process first, right? I shall do trigonometry, cosine rule. The other day I was doing revision with Xing'an and Lin. They forgot what is cosine rule already. You need me to do dance again or not? Okay, right? Cosine rule. First thing, okay, for trigonometry, number 1, check. Is it a right angle triangle? If it's where got half. Okay, never mind, not you lah. Then I assume it's Lin, okay? If it's a right angle triangle, but most often than not, right angle triangle will be in paper 1 usually. Right angle triangle, first thing you check, can you use Pythagoras theorem? Okay. If it's a right angle triangle, then you use Tua, Ka. So why people typing for me? Lin now telling me C square equals to okay. Right angle triangle, right? But in this case, Elise, is this a right angle triangle? Elise, you don't laugh. You wanted to use Pythagoras theorem or Tokasu, right? Okay, this one is not a right angle triangle. When it's not a right angle triangle, okay, there are many formulas you need to use. Number 1, not a right angle triangle, always check cosine rule. Nash not down here. Nash never learned sine rule. Cosine rule, C square equals to A square plus B square minus 2AB cosine C. Your formula page. Why Max? Why are you laughing already? Okay, the formula page have this formula, but the formula page come in terms of A square equals to B square plus C square minus 2BC cosine A. The formula page looks like that, but it's still the same formula, okay? So first one, cosine rule. Second one that also uses one angle and then 2 arm. Where are my 2 arms? Okay, the two hands. Right, one angle and two hands. This one, area of triangle. Area of triangle is not half times base times height when it's not a right angle triangle. Half AB sine C. Okay, half AB sine. This one very ugly. Let me erase away first. Right, then after that you need to check sine rule. This one, Zuliana not around the other time. Okay, sine rule. A the length over sine A, B over sine B equals to C over sine C. We need at least one pair. Okay, you need one pair. Not only all three, but one pair. So cosine rule, area of triangle, sine rule. Right, these are the common ones. Then sometimes they will test you on shortest distance. Right. So first thing first, check where is the angle that is given. So you are here, the angle that is given. Where are your two hands? This side is your hand. This one is your hand. So who is the side opposite to you? This one is the side opposite to you. So to find the distance AB, use the cosine rule. C squared, which is your AB squared, equals to A squared plus B squared. Oops, give me a minute. A squared, what is the A squared? The two sides here, right? So it's 920 squared plus B squared minus 2AB 920,670. Cuddle cosine, right? Cosine of the angle 75. Okay, but remember to take the shortcut. I want to find AB, the one, the AB square. Then I take, yeah, somebody told me already, square root. Okay, so I need to take square root. Then after that, you calculate your answer. Anyone calculate the answer for me? Max, got answer or not? No, you see, suddenly no sound.
Sure, my calculator outside.
Then go and take lah.
Sure, later my mom scold me. She say why I come out.
Why? Okay, but my answer not correctly. B square equals square root A square plus B square minus 2A B cosine of 75. Close bracket. Uh-oh. My bracket wrong meh?
Sure, Arisa got answer.
So
Wow.
is it the cosine must got bracket, right?
Yeah. I think I forgot to put bracket. Alamak. Yeah. I pressed my own calculator also cannot remember my answer. Minus 2AB cosine of 75 times cosine 75, close bracket. Oh, I never close bracket. No answer. Okay. 988.04. Okay, correct. See, I must remember to close bracket, the angle, sine something or whatever must close bracket. Okay, then square root. So this one, 988.04. Working 5, Civic. Final answer 3, Civic. Round off 988. What is the units? Kilometer. Okay. 3 SF. Is this okay? Heaven. What is heaven? Square root. Oh, okay. If your number is very long, then it becomes heaven square root. Okay. Next one, find angle BAC. I know some of you do the cosine rule version to find the angle BAC, but I want to use this question to revise on sine rule. So I'll use this question to revise on sine rule a little bit. So I shall practice two methods. So first one, how do we use the sine rule? This one, Zuliana, you were not around. Still got Arifa, is her name Arifa? Yeah, Arifa. I think she was also not around. Okay, but not very sure. Quite a number of people were absent on the day. Max also, but I think Max, you got tuition, right? Okay, how to find angle BAC? If I want to find angle BAC, right, I'll try to match this with a side opposite to me. So I got 670, and this one is sine of angle BAC. I find another matching pair that has length and the angle opposite to it. So this will be 988.04 over sine 75. Okay. Then for sine rule, if I'll use my sine rule, okay, I'll put the one that I need to find on top. So in this case, I will use sine A over A, sine B over B. Okay, so in this case, I want to find sine BAC, right? So I put sine angle BAC on top over the matching side, 670 below. Equals to sine of the angle 75, this is the second pair, over the side opposite to it, 988.04. Okay, so first one get the pair, sine, then length, sine, then length, can. Okay, then how to find the angle? Multiply this across, though one the sine. So angle BAC equals to, multiply this across, sine 75 times 670, the whole thing sine inverse. Oh, okay, what happened to Elisa? Okay, the whole thing sine inverse. Then bracket sine 75 over 988.04 times 670. Then close my bracket, 40.919. Angle 1 dp, round off 40.9 degree. Is this okay? Zishu, are you still awake? Yeah, looking at the screen, but is your brain still working? Don't look like it. Right? So this is for the sine rule method. Maybe some of you forgotten how to do sine rule already, right? But later we got one more question after the break. We come back and then we check again, okay? If I don't use the sine rule, I can also use the cosine rule method to find the angle. Okay? Cosine rule method, I must find the angle. I must start with the angle, the side opposite the angle. I want to find sine ABC, right? I need to start with the side opposite the angle. This one will be 670 is opposite this angle, right? So I'll start with, oops, who are the people who entered? Oh, Emmy, oh, Elisa, why join so many times? Okay, so I'll start with the side opposite to it, 670. So I'll start with 670 square equals to the two sides beside the angle. Now the human being here, the two hand is here, okay? 988.04 and 920. 920 square A B cosine the angle that I want to find, BAC. Then I send you my few letters, swap, divide, inverse, SDI. Swap what? This and this whole thing, swap position. So this whole thing, swap position, I get 988.04 square plus 920 square minus 670 square. This side will become positive to 988.04, 920 cosine BAC. Then I don't want which portion? I don't want this portion. I'm going to divide this away. I'm going to put this divide over here. Divide, Then I don't want the cosine. I don't want the cosine. Then I do cosine inverse. And get my answer. Then you press the calculator. It should still be the answer 40.1, 91, 91 something. Okay, should still be the answer. Is this okay? Yes, So there are two different methods. I just take the opportunity to revise both kind of methods. Last part, last two part, okay, still have. Area of triangle. Now, area of triangle, you understand now, area of triangle can be very large because it's 100 times 100. Then you'll be like already don't know how many zeros already, right? So area of triangle, use what formula? This one not right angle triangle. Area of triangle, half AB sine C. All these three formulas are on your formula sheet, cover page. It is there, go and use it. So half AB sine C. Which angle do I know? Of course, I use the 75 degree lah, correct not? Because it's given to me. So which are the two sides? The A and the B is here. So half times 920 times 670 times sine 75. Half A, B, sine 75. Okay, so 0.5 times 920 sine 75. Close the bracket. Remember, close your sine bracket. 29769.8.3397. Okay, then correct your answer to 3 single figure. Where is the 3 single figure? 1, 2, 3, round up. But this is not just 298. There are 1, 2, 3 zeros at the back. Hello, who is Nurul? Do I have a student? Okay, right. So this one is this.
Maybe Fatiha.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because I always call her Fatiha, so don't know her full name, right? Maybe cannot remember it. Okay, so this is 29800 kilometer square. But Fatiha just joined. I'm going to go off for a quick break already. Okay, a speedboat contains the shortest distance. Now, the shortest distance got a few methods, right? Use either the Tokasu, if not use the area of triangle. C to point AD. C to point AD. Wow, this one, the diagram is so complicated. C to the point AD. Let me draw blue color. C, go to the point AB. Right? So, half times base times this new height is the area of triangle. So the new base is 988.04. Then the height is this distance here, right? H. So in this case, area of triangle, area equals to half times base times height. The area is this number. Use it. Half times new base. What is our new base? The 988.04 times the new height, which is the shortest distance that I want to find. So I take this whole thing times 2 divide by 988.04. Then you get your answer. Therefore, shortest distance equals to this kilometer. 3SF. Go and find. Is that okay? Can I give you all a quick break? 2 minutes, can? 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Let me keep this video for recording first. Then after that, you can process. Okay, I'll let y'all message y'all when I open the Zoom room again. Thank you. Come back 3 minutes later. Bye-bye.